starting at 6:36. Okay. I am Chantel Marquin. I'm president of PTC. I have a 7th grader in Cooley and a 4th grader here at Caseburg. My 7th grader went all the way through from kindergarten to 5th grade, so that's where I'm from.
My name is Lori Coble. I have a 2nd grader and a TKer, and so we're pretty new here. But I do have an educational background. So.
And she's our secretary.
Oh, and I'm secretary, but I haven't learned how to do that job yet.
I am Holly Fancher. I am the vice president. I have a 25-year-old who's well gone out of school, and a 7-year-old who's in second. Kind of fun.
And my name is Megan Picasso, and I am the treasurer, and I am a 5th grader. He's been at Caseburg since kindergarten, and also a 2nd grader, Avery and Ethan.
All right. The next order of business is from Lori for the approval of the May general meeting minutes from last year. So I have Marina that has a copy of it. Did anybody else get a copy of the last year's meeting minutes for May?
Yeah. Okay. And so as a formality, we would need an approval of the minutes for May. And a second. So, Marina, are you, so say the words.
Yes, I move to approve.
Can I have someone say, I second that?
I will second the motion.
Thank you.
I never second the motion.
You're going to put down and you Thank you.
We'd like 2 volunteers to approve the meeting minutes next month for tonight's meeting. So you would get them to review before the meeting to approve them or not. So, Sarah, thank you.
Thank you.
Tammy.
And our next meeting will be on October 13th, which is a Tuesday, not a Wednesday, because we have some scheduling conflicts, so we have to move it up a day. So, just so you know. And it is on the agenda later. We'll cover that.
Can I ask for us to break the formalities just for a quick second and to just say names around, because I think I know most names in here, but is it okay since we're on
Sure.
both sides? Mark Wolty, principal.
Tammy Winslow, head of resident.
Yes, Rollins, grandparent.
I'm Jamie Crook. I'm a fantastic father, and I'm here in the fundraising capacity.
Sarah Carvajal. Sarah Carvajal, kindergartner. I have a kindergartner. Christine Kennedy. I also have a kindergartner. Jennifer Smith, counselor.
Marina Floyd. I have a 5th grader, a 4th grader, and a TKer.
I'm Jean. I am a 3rd grader.
I am Sandeep. I have a 1st grade one.
Thank you all for coming. I appreciate everyone's attendance, and we hope to have more, and tell all your friends about it and bring them along next time. And again, appreciate seeing all these new faces. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move up the agenda so that we can have Jamie Crook do his spiel that on the fundraiser that we want to get started as soon as possible for Caseburg. So, Jamie,
10 minutes, right?
You're on.
Kick it off. My name is Jamie Crook. Thanks for having me. It's not a great last name for a fundraiser, but how it goes. I'm told I come from a long line of Scottish shepherds, and the crook and the shepherd. Anyway, I work with a company called Great American. We're the largest fundraising company in the United States. I work with about 90 schools all over the place, from Auburn to Elk Grove to Sparta to somewhere out there. So I mostly love what I do. One of the reasons I do this, one, it's a job. I'm good at it, but I really want to help schools and teachers. So in some small way, if I can encourage teachers, encourage administration, and help make some money at the same time. I also, in my assemblies, I have like a 4-minute motivational kind of deal, and so I hope that helps in some sort of way. I've been in education all my life. 2 of my children are school teachers, so I appreciate what you do and what parents are going through. So that's really the motive for what I do. We sell almost 40 products. I love doing cookie dough and wrapping paper. The main reason, there are really 5 points to a successful fundraiser, just really quickly, and these are in order. Most of the time when I talk to groups, they say, what do you sell, what do you sell, what do you sell? That's actually the 5th. The most successful, what makes a successful fundraiser, it starts actually with the principal and the teachers. When I get the principal on board and the teachers on board, the success of a fundraiser goes up exponentially. So I work with a school down in Elk Grove called Toby Johnson Middle School. 2 years ago I worked with the school. Principal was not on board, teachers weren't on board. A school of over 1,000 made $2,500. Terrible. The next year, got a new principal, and she was really fired up. Teachers wore their little lanyard things. We had posters up. They made $12,000. I was the same. Everything was the same, so no pressure. But I mean, you know, being a leader is the speed of the leader, speed of the team. So that's the number 2 thing that's important is a process that I have, and just to abbreviate it, I'll do with this age group, I'll do a 15-minute kind of assembly. This is all ideal, by the way. 15-minute assembly with the kids. It's fun, it's upbeat, they get free stuff, they get very, very motivated, and then the next day they can win something. In this case, if we do bears here, the next day they can win a bling bear. 2 days later, they can win another bear. 2 days later, they can win another bear. And then the fundraiser's over in about 6 or 7 days. They can also win other prizes along with these things. They wear them during the day. I was just at Tafoya Elementary School in Woodland, and I worked with the whole school, but I also worked with their 5th and 6th graders to get them. By the way, I'm speaking a lot faster than I normally speak, so just for time's sake. But all the kids had their bling bears on. I go on campus, hey, Mr. Crook, hey, Jamie, hey, look what I want. So it's very fun. These things get fed every day, depending on the campus. Either the bears eat candy or they eat some sort of fun thing, depending on the school and all that. So it's kind of in the air. It's not the main thing that goes on during that week, but it is in the air. And so that's the process. The third important part of a fundraiser is the promotion of the prizes. And we really try and make it fun for the kids. We try and incentivize the teachers. Depending on the principal, on what kind of personality he has, sometimes we have if you hit your goal, we'll duct tape your principal to the wall. Have you ever seen that? It's very fun.
These guys know me well enough.
Or we put the principal's desk up on the roof for a day. Or things like that. We'll bring in a game truck for kids who sell 15. So prizes and motivation is fun too. The 4th P has to do with the purpose. Why do you need to make money? And schools that have a real strong purpose and communicate that to the families will do a lot better. And then the last part is the product itself. So cookies, there are 15 cookies. They're good. There are 3 kinds over there. These are not freezer burn. This is the words of a parent 2 years ago. We don't want to sell freezer burn cookie dough crap. I said, this is not freezer burn cookie dough crap. I have cookies in my freezer from my neighbors who sell freezer burn cookie dough crap. And maybe you do too. These are really good cookies. The wrapping paper, I hope, is up to your standard. So we'll find out. I really don't know. I'm sure it's good.
So
That's my deal.
So we invited Jamie here tonight because we would like to sell cookie dough and wrapping paper combined. So that's what the children would bring home, a flyer for wrapping paper and a flyer for cookie dough. And he did send me samples, so I baked them up. They're in the back. I need everybody to eat them, and if not, take them home, please. And
Yeah, I'm here not because I want to do one fundraiser with you. I want to be your fundraising guy. So when you think of fundraisers in this kind, which is selling, so many of the schools I work with, I'll do a fall fundraiser. I'm not pitching on the whole thing. And a spring fundraiser, and they'll either work with the band or the team, the 6th graders to go. So I just don't want to fly in and fly out. I want to give you great service. I want you to make great money. I want the kids to have fun and to be a good experience for everyone. So that's what I'm committed to. I'm under 10 minutes.
Yes.
So the collectibles are very fun. The kids love these. teachers all wear them the week before the fundraiser starts. So I'm working with a charter school in Natomas called Leroy Green. And man, it's a week before the fundraiser. All the teachers wear these the week before. We put up posters and they're like, how can I win these things? How can I win these things? And all they say, in their case, they have ducks. The ducks are coming next week. So when I show up for this assembly, and everybody's been wearing these things, you're the duck guy. Oh, this is how we can win the ducks. Oh, what we need to do. So I think you get a feel for it. And I don't know you well, but the sense I got is these are the kind of principles that make not only schools go really well, but from my perspective, fundraisers go really, really well. So, any questions, thoughts, comments? Did you like me?
How long does it take to get the orders in?
Yeah, just real fast. You'll make 40% on the cookie dough net, meaning after all the little fine print stuff. So it's just 40%, which is really good. And I think I'm not sure the wrapping paper, it's maybe 45%. When you get all the orders in, you'll need a team to count the money and reconcile all that. You bank the money, you put the orders in an envelope that I give you, just toss it in the mail, and the cookies will come about 2.5 weeks afterwards. You know the day, the truck will be here between 11 or 2, or I'm in trouble. And it's all pre-packed per kid. So you don't have to go, okay, Johnny gets one of these, and two. You don't have to do all that. And it is some work to deliver it, but it's very streamlined, and it goes really, really well. Thanks. Any other questions? Good. Thanks for your time. And
Thank you for your time.
you're welcome.
I'm sure we'll be good.
Laura, you let me know?
Yes.
Soon.
Yes.
That'd be great. When, if we were going to work together, when were you thinking about kicking this thing off?
Next week. 2 weeks.
Yeah. It'll have to be the end of September.
Yeah. Soon.
Yeah, okay. All right.
If it's Christmas
So-
wrapping paper.
Yeah. So if you let me know tonight, tomorrow, one way or the other, that'd be great. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Have a turkey on the way out.
You too.
I think I will, just to be
One of
polite.
each.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was one of the fundraisers that we were hoping to do for this year, because we want to get it started right away. We had him come to the meeting and do his presentation. Our goal and objective for all our fundraisers this year is we want to fund more field trips for all the classrooms, and we also want to help the STEM and STEAM projects get started and get going. And STEM and STEAM are projects that are going through the district, and I think it's nationwide too. I've heard it everywhere. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
And then the difference between STEM and STEAM is there's art in there as well.
And
Or the arts.
Science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics.
And have you guys heard of the Roseville City Foundation? We did anybody do the walk in April, the family fun run? Did anybody do that?
Yeah.
Money that they raise goes towards the STEM and STEAM program. So if we're a STEM and STEAM school, we get some of that money back from that.
Right.
So that'd be awesome.
And those projects kind of go towards like a science project fair and all that kind of stuff. They have a huge STEM program and fair at William Jessup University. So some of our students who might participate in that and want to compete with their project will go over to, eventually go over to William Jessup University and be a part of that program there. So our fundraisers focus are on those programs and as well as field trips. We want to do bigger, better, and everybody do a field trip. Every class do a field trip. So that's what we really want to help fund, and so that's where our focus is with all of our fundraising. But we will definitely, like if we do the gift wrap and cookie doughs, that would be, we want to fund our field trips, and so we'll put it out there as a field trip. We'll do that on the budget. Okay, so, Vice President, anything you want to report right now?
We're going to be getting ready for the Fall Family Festival. And
Yeah, I mean, it is still on the,
so I will be in charge of that this year, and we're hoping to, keep it like last year, but some more raffle prizes. Not as big as it was a couple of years ago, but spread it out a little bit between the two hallways. Keep it under the covers in case it rains. We're actually, because Halloween's on a Saturday, we bumped it to the next weekend, so November 7th.
So put it on your calendar for
Halloween, but still close enough that if kids wanted to put their costumes back on and wear it one more time, they could if they chose to. Other than that, any help that people, if you know anybody who would be willing to donate for fundraisers, raffles, anything like that, get in touch with me or get their information, and we'd love to reach out to them. We're going to start contacting everyone near us, all the businesses near us, and see if we can get any, hopefully raffle prizes for Fall Family Festival and then the different events that we have through the year.
Also, for the Fall Family Festival, we're going to get food trucks to come, so we'll have more variety of food. And then hopefully raise funds through them and not have to work for food, even more for themselves. So we're hoping to liven it up and get some more food trucks out here and more food and family and fun. And the best cakewalk ever. Yeah. All right, treasurer.
So the only recent expenditure that we've had was we bought the student planners for the 4th and 5th grade students. That was $366. That's been the only thing we've spent money on so far this year. And the current balance of the checking account is $8,065. And we also have a savings account, which is money that is set aside for the art program, which we're thinking of using for the STEM and STEAM and the makerspace. And that's $1,938.21 savings account.
All right. Jesse, we have you on the agenda to talk about the website.
Okay. So basically, our PTC website will post the information about videos, of course, videos that we videotape, so that we have an open door policy and transparency for PTC group, the board, and we're also looking into webcamming. Last year I did a webcam series for live events for like our PTC meeting, and it was broadcasted over the internet and posted on our website, the PTC, KHCP.com. And with that, it went kind of good, and there's some speed issues, but we just have to work around that. We also want to institute Remind.com. That's also on our PTC website as well. Look under the volunteer section or the volunteer webpage on our website. That's Remind.com and Sign Up Genius as well. So when events come up like fundraisers or events where we need parent participation or to help volunteer for time or whatnot, we can go ahead and make a post for both Remind.com and the Sign Up Genius as well. There is also a new technology Mr. Welty brought my attention to. It's called Periscope, and it's a Twitter-based application. Twitter founders of Twitter and some software engineers from Twitter developed this application for over-the-air broadcasting, and there's two domains: the public domain, where everyone in the world can see it that has either a Twitter account and or a Periscope account. We don't necessarily need a Periscope account, a Twitter account to create a Periscope account. And that's just to view whatever we have posted. If you follow us on the Caseburg PTC on Periscope, go ahead and you can order through the iPhone, to the App Store there, or through the Google Play on the Android devices. And